Definitely, Joe. And I think it's safe to say for this next event here, those temperatures are going to stay steady and hopefully the skies will be somewhat clear. A local church is having their 20th annual community event dedicated to breast cancer survivors. And here to talk more about Pray for the Cure is founder and pastor Linda Butler. Linda, thanks for being here this morning.
Thank you, John. It's a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. All right. So 20 years of holding this event. How does that feel?
It's wonderful to know that we've been able to care for the community, highlighting the spiritual and emotional needs for those that have been affected by breast cancer, those who are caring for those who have breast cancer, and those who have such a hope for what the future can bring in terms of breast cancer research and treatment.
Now, for those who may not be as familiar with the event and maybe they're attending for the first time this year, what can they expect?
Well, we always have first-time visitors, we call them, or attendees, but what they can expect is about an hour service that's dedicated to prayer, songs, being able to just be there with other survivors and thrivers. So just an opportunity for the evening to emphasize faith, family, and community.
Absolutely. All important values, of course, and especially in a community setting like that. Are there any memories that stand out to you in terms of favorite moments or things that really stick out as this is what defines this event?
Yes, what sticks out most is the gathering where we're seeing each year, as we say, I mentioned earlier, those who have been newly diagnosed with breast cancer. But for those who have had the diagnosis, gone through treatment, have developed relationship with others in the community, we have one person on our committee for Pray for the Cure who is a 38-year survivor.
Wow.
And yet we have those that, also are 2 years or less. So to be able to pull all of that together, and that's the highlight for me, having both those who are newly diagnosed and those who have the history and can share the hope in having this disease.
Of course. And speaking of history, too, I'm sure there will be people who were attending these 20 years ago, right, when it was first starting out, and those will be joining those new survivors as well, right?
Yes. So as you talk about the highlights, here comes another one, and that is celebrating the 20th year of annually getting together and praying for the cure, and the cure being whatever is needful in terms of emotional, spiritual, and physical need. So we're hoping that those who were diagnosed 20 years and less, definitely those that were diagnosed 20 years ago, they will come and be a part of our Pray for the Cure this year and celebrating our coming together.
Of course. And besides the survivors as well, there are a couple other prominent figures you'll be honoring too, right?
Yes, we're going to honor Dr. Lynn Jalovic and Dr. Denise Mamalito. These are breast cancer surgeons who have been providing such great surgical care for many of those who have been survivors and are thrivers. And so they both are retiring, and we want to bless their retirement. So we will honor and recognize them as well this Thursday evening.
So much to celebrate, so much to commemorate. We're going to put some information on your screen here. That's going to be Thursday from 6:30 onwards. Everyone is invited to attend. This is a community event. It'll also be live streamed if you're unable to make it over to Salem Lutheran Church. That's over on War Memorial Drive. Linda, thank you so much for being here. This is going to be a great event.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And thank you as well for bringing in these ribbons for Joe and I.
Yes.
Of course, pink, always a color you want to wear no matter what the occasion is. Breast cancer awareness is always a critical.
And we are more than pink.
Absolutely, absolutely. And of course, if you or someone you know would like to join us on Talk of the Town, you can head on over to that Talk of the Town tab online and submit the form. We'll be back to talk birthdays.